I've always said you would never ever drive a car if you didn't know how much gas was inside, particularly if you had a long trip to go on, right? Because you never know when you would be running out of gas. So you wouldn't drive a car without a gas gauge. Why would you operate anything that uses a propane tank unless you had some gauge with how much propane is left? Now, there are a lot of people that say, well, I'll just pick it up and that'll tell me. Will it? Because propane is not something that is terribly heavy. So it would be hard. You'd be guesstimating at best as to how much you have. And if you're in the middle of a holiday grilling opportunity and your propane runs out, how easy is it to replace that tank on a holiday when you're trying to grill? But in fairness, you're saying, David, it's December the 16th. We're going into winter. I wouldn't be using this until maybe the spring at the earliest, when it's going to be warm enough to be using my barbecue again. Well, number one, there are a lot of people that barbecue right through the wintertime, and if that's you, then this is great. This is also perfect for anyone that's using an outdoor propane-powered heater or a propane-powered fire pit, because this has a standard connection and is super easy to use. Now, we have this in two color choices. This is the gray, and then I also have it for you in the black. There's also a little built-in light, so it will tell you exactly how much gas you have left, whether you need to replace, whether you're running low, or you're in that green zone, which means you have plenty. This is super, super easy to use. Mark Charles Masili is joining us live via Skype to talk to us about this item. Mark Charles, over 43,000 of these have been sold since we first introduced it. It's just a better mousetrap.
It's a better mousetrap. Why? Because we've been dealing with propane tank gas our whole lives with no meter on it. And it's when you think about it, it's absurd. David, you started this conversation a while ago. We started selling this years ago. You would never get in your car without a gas gauge to know how much gas you had, so you knew how to take off. Why have we been guessing all these time for our barbecues, our fire pits, our heaters, outdoor heaters, you name it, anything that's a 20-pounder. This is a 20-pounder, folks, okay? That's your standard size. And the bottom line is it's one fee to fill it. They never say, oh, you have half a tank left, we're only going to charge you half. So you could be wasting money, guessing what you have, and not using everything you paid for. My dad used to say, lift it up. That's not the way to do it. With this, I want to point out also, this is all beautiful forged brass. That means it goes anywhere in any temperature, puts it on once, leave it. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, no matter what climate you're in or what altitude, this will stay. And what's important to note is that's the regulator hose adapter. That's the same piece that's on your regulator hose on here. So with your bare hand, it's really important, you do not need a tool. You're going to remove that regulator hose. You're going to put this in there with your bare hands, no tools, put that on, then put the regulator hose here, and it looks just like this, and you're going to twist it on. We're inside, so I don't have a real barbecue, and I apologize. But you're going to see right away, do I have this the right side up? Do I? Yes. And you're going to just turn this on, and look at that. And like David said, there's the little button. Ready for it? There's the light. So the light's great because it could be getting dark sooner. It could be that this is in a dark, cavernous barbecue encasing where you don't even see it, even in the daytime because it's so dark. So having that light's really great. You get a full view of what you have. You get to use everything you have that you paid for, because when you go get this filled up again, they're charging you a flat rate. You know that. You don't get, oh, you left the half in there, we're going to charge you half price. No way.
They're going to charge you what it costs. Now, I believe we have some videotape, don't we, Brian, of Mark Charles using this in an outdoor setting? So why don't we take a look at that, because I think this will help everyone better understand exactly how this works. Let's take a look. Here we go. Perfect.
5 simple steps to show you just how easy it is to use the Henning Lee propane tank pressure gauge. Step 1. Make sure your gas is off and unscrew the existing regulator. Safety tip. There is a safety valve in the tank that will not allow gas to escape unless a device is attached to it. Step 2. Screw on the gas pressure gauge. There is no need for tape or tools, just tighten by hand. Another tip. Move the gauge face once installed for easy reading. Step 3. Reinstall the regulator on the gas pressure gauge and again, just hand tighten. Step 4. Open the gas tank and check the meter needle to accurately see how much propane you have. Also, check out the light feature. Step 5. Always shut the valve off on your tank when not in use and leave your Henning Lee propane tank pressure gauge attached for easy reading.
So that's quick and easy. It's a simple item for you to be using. If you've got someone on your gift list who is a big barbecue fan and they're going to be planning to barbecue right through the winter months. I know people in the middle of a blizzard who will go out with a great big winter coat on and boots and still barbecue in a driving snowstorm. So don't miss out on this opportunity. It's a great chance for you to pick it up at a low clearance price. Now, ordinarily priced at nearly $33, we are $24.48 today, and we have two color choices. I have this gray available for you, and batteries are included, by the way, for that little light. And it's a little button cell battery. And then we also have it for you in the black. And in that black now, fewer than 600 of these to go around. Mark Charles, a really smart item and one that has been very popular. In fact, in this show alone, we've taken orders for 300 of these are now gone. Mark Charles, you've got about a minute left. What are your final thoughts?
Again, it's a great gift for any dad or anybody who's got an apartment with a propane tank or any barbecue out there. And David, you keep saying about barbecuing in the blizzard, but we got to remember, the South, they don't have any snow. And right now in Florida, they're doing barbecue on Christmas because they can in shorts,
California.
no less.
Don't forget Southern California.
In Texas. So they're wearing flip-flops. You know, so it's not just, we're thinking Northeast. But, you know, if you're my dad, you are the one with snow boots on in the middle of the blizzard doing barbecue.
I have snow blinders on because I live in the Northeast. It's true. There are a lot of parts of the country where they're barbecuing 12 months of the year. So this
There's zero snow and they can barbecue all year.
I know, lucky.
So what I love is the fact that you don't need tools. This is something that's going to save you money, save you guesswork, and being able to use everything you paid for. Those three issues alone are worth the price of admission to me. Remember, why do we make this? Because you wouldn't have a car without a gas gauge on it. So why are we using a propane gas, which is another natural gas that we spend a lot of money on, without guessing and knowing what's inside of it? Henning Lee decided to get the guesswork out. This is your gas gauge that you need once and forever. You reuse it over and over and over again. You put it on once and you leave it on.
Now, Mark Charles, you're coming back with the shears, and I think you probably got a little time to grab yourself a cup of coffee. Just don't go too far.
Yeah, and don't forget the baking pans I have too.
Oh, you do? You also have a shear.